what's going on, guys? Cole GZ, another new release preview for Friday, August 15th, 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Hawaii time. We added a third table this week. Last week was our biggest release we've done yet. This one's not quite there, but we had some bigger items that we wanted to fit on the table. So, since we're continuing to add more product, we now have a third table, at least for this week. And yeah, we'll see what comes next week. But this week we have smash baits, sundowners, Aloha Lures, and then we have some Coggins, Mauna Keas, Maui plungers, new stash of Mark White lures, which I'm excited about that. This is only our second release of Mark White lures. We've been out for a while. We have some ZACATAK lures, tantrums, quite a bit of tantrums. We just got a restocking of a decent amount of shapes, so there's those. And then we have some pre-owned lures, mold crafts, we added some new colors, and then we also added some new D-flap squid chain combos, and I'll go over that here in a bit. This week, we're going to push out a video on rigging. So we did one with the benchmark hook rig. If you're wondering to know how we do our standard stiff rig, Joel showed you guys how to do that one, and we're going to have that up on Friday. And I'll hit our main YouTube channel, and we have some other things coming out where we talk about our small series lures, or our baby, kind of our peanut size lures, like from Coggins. We're going to go over those lures for the small pelagics, and then a couple other things that we shot. So stay tuned for that. But again, Friday we'll be releasing the hook rig video, and that's at GZ Lures on our YouTube channel. All right. So let's start with, on my right over here, the Aloha Lures. Again, we have a Sundowner restock. We did get in some blue. We've been mostly getting in clear. So our blue right here. We have a couple options of that. Not a lot of product we added, but there are some available if you're looking for those. And if you've been looking for a blue, because that's a hot color and we just haven't had many, make sure you get on it right away. Smash baits, we also have a small restock that we brought in. We've been selling those like crazy, so we do have one in blue as well on those. So a lot of clears otherwise. And we also have one large gully boy. We had a customer who's wanting some of the large gully boys, so this one is left over. So if you're looking for a large gully boy, we haven't had these in stock for probably 8 months. There's only one available though, so that one's gonna go really quick. All right. On the Coggins, we have the Mauna Keas in 3 different shapes. I'm just gonna grab one of each here real quick and then show you the difference. All right, so the Mauna Kea, this is our first time of having the Mauna Kea 45, which is basically a slanted nose bait. Looks very close to the Maui plunger, but it's a little bit wider of a head and kind of a different taper on the head. So this is the Tado Mauna Kea 45, and then we have the Invert, Mauna Kea Invert. We restocked those, as well as the Mauna Kea Scoop. I would say for Coggin lures, this is probably a top 5 seller for us, the Mauna Kea, the Tado Mauna Kea. It's a 14-inch size of the Tado shape. So Tado is his most popular lure for sure, most well-known, and the Mauna Kea is the 14-inch version of that. So check those out. Those are now available. I'm gonna shove these over to the side here. And then we have the Maui plunger. I'm gonna grab this one. This one we use the new Wahoo pattern from Firetails. So it looks, and it matches the head perfectly. Looks really nice. So this is actually probably our #1 seller, at least as far as the larger lures goes. This is a 14-inch size, again called the Maui plunger. He also has a peanut, which is a 5-inch lure. It's called the Maui Peanut, of that same shape, but that's the only other version of that. All right, then let's go to the Mark Whites. So we have a couple new shapes for us that we brought in. We've been focusing on their smokers because we did not have like a smoker style bait, which is the jets on the side, and I'll show those here in a bit. But this one is a jetted cut face. It's a 9-inch plus size. So we have a handful of, well, it looks like 3 different colors. No, yeah, 3 different colors of those. We got our pink pearl and then ice blue pearl. So there's 3 different colors of those. And then we have the 9-inch plus slant, same size. Both of those take a 502 skirt size. This is a 9-inch plus slant, another new shape of ours. Okay, and then we have the smokers. So smokers, we brought in 3 colors. We brought in black and then kind of a petrolero color, which we previously did this one as the Texas Turd. This is just a petrolero color pattern that we did. So here you have the 9-inch smoker. Again, there's the jet holes on the side. So it's a little bit different than your typical inverted jetted invert. It just has the smoker jets on the side so they blow out the side versus in the back of the lure head. And then this is the 7-inch smoker. And so the Texas Turd is that head, but we did with like a Kajiki over orange and pink. So really nice color. And then we have a plum that we did as well. So there's the plum pattern. And if there's any other colors that you guys are looking for that you'd like us to use in the Mark Whites, just let us know. We're trying to add some more inventory of theirs and add in new colors and come up with new ideas. So he's always really fun to work with, and he's trying to be experimental and come up with new stuff for us so we get some exclusive colors. So just hit us up if you're looking for anything. All right, let's get into Tantrum lures. We have, I think probably, we maybe got them all out. We might have 1 or 2 other shapes. If you're looking for the Rick from Arizona though, those are still on back order. We're still waiting for them. That is not the XL Kona cut Bandit and then the XL Bandit standard cut. Those are not in this stash, so just beware of that if you're looking for them. They are on order though. So we have the small Bandit here. We just have 1 option. It was kind of limited selection with those. Then we have the medium Plunger. All right, so we did some black and purple, and then we did kind of a Kona Classic, blue, silver, pink, and we used their Tantrum skirts for these, and some Blue Ocean skirts as well, actually. And then for the small bullet, we have not had these in for quite some time, so we have quite a variety of options. This one we just did black over purple, but you got blue, red, looks like a mahi pattern. We did feather sword, and kind of blue over white as well, blue and pink and blue over white. So small bullets, those have been a really good seller for us. They're finally back in stock. And then up here, closest to me, we have the XL Kaboom. So another really popular lure. These have beveled edges on them. They do fairly well in the rough. So check that out. We do have a couple options there. The large AMN, which is like a hard head style shape with a flat nose. These are available in a variety of colors. Okay, there's a Firetails version with blueberry. And then we have the large tube restocked. And then we have large Plunger, medium Bandit, and then medium JetPack. So here's your large Plunger, kind of a turquoise color, matched that blueberry pattern really well. And then again, medium Bandit, and then the medium JetPack. Medium JetPacks, the last time we got them in, we sold them out right away, so we brought another stash there. So those are available again. All right, I guess with Moldcraft, we restocked in all of our typical colors, we just brought in a full restock. So our wall is full right now on Moldcraft. We have the wide range series. We carry those in Magnum, Standard, and the Senior. Senior is your typical 12-inch size. And then we brought in, what you see here is some new colors. We have 4 new colors. So orange and white, pink and white, green and chartreuse, and kind of like, actually it's kind of like that Texas Turd color right there. So all of those are available in all the sizes, and we also have super chuggers in Standard and Senior. That's the 9-inch and 12-inch version. And if you're looking for Moldcraft lures, some of their different shapes that they carry and things, just hit us up. We can always bring those in as well. I didn't mention this, but we did get a couple new Hawaiian Malolo bird teaser colors. These are brand new. They just basically been prototyping them, and they've done incredibly well. So this one is called the Secret Weapon. So they have a silver body, this kind of blue and purple shell on the sides, and this one has our ice blue wings that we had them make for the feather sword pattern. And then we have Metallica, which is the same body, same shell and everything, but with purple wings. So there's limited availability of these, but they've been doing incredibly well through the prototype stages. A lot of people who've been testing them and been catching a lot of fish on them, and they're becoming very popular. So check those out, new bird teaser combos, and we did restock the other colors as well. All right, pre-owned lures. I'm gonna try and go through these fairly quick. We have 3 really nice Joey lures. So this one is actually kind of a Black Death lock washer. This is, it has a label underneath it. I've even verified it myself, but I have pictures that we put up there from the customer. So the lock washer, this is a very rare lure, just a plain black insert, but it does have a label on it. Then I have 2 super plungers here with shell. Actually, one with shell, one's like a blue glitter pearl insert. So those 2 are available as well. These are all in brand new condition, but these are from another fisherman, but they are 100% verified. They have the right labels on it and everything. So they're good to go. I have another large plunger from Tantrum Lures available. And then we have Bahama Lures Prometheus 50. I have an Aloha Kai. This one's really cool. A blue mahi shell. This is like a 9-inch plus plunger from Aloha Kai. Okay. This one is very hard to find. This is C Pro by Kenny Llanes. So this is like a 9-inch slant, 9-inch plunger style lure. We have some old classic. I have 2 old classic Super Ninjas. One's the small Super Ninja 7-inch. This is a 9-inch. So these are very old. You can tell from the insert. This is a very old Aloha Super Ninja that is available. We have a KK Pono slant here. This is a 9-inch slant. Okay, that one's hard to find. We have not had these in a while. This is a Koi Lure 7-inch 861 head. So we're working on trying to get some more in at some point, but this is 7-inch 861. We've been out of stock for a while. All right, and then running down the rest of them, small J-Boy by Moist Lures. We have a 7-inch pusher by Ganku. We do have a couple of rare Bob Schneider 7-inch, or these are like a 7-inch, 9-inch scoops. They're kind of like a plunger shape, but they have a slight scoop to the nose with an offset tube. So these are really hard to find. They're not manufactured currently, and we have 2 of them. So check those out. There's the small Super Ninja. Oh, and then I have this is a 7-inch slant by Shiroma. It's a classic original Shiroma. So this one's really hard to find. And then I have a few unknown Hawaiian lures. We have a white pearl 7-inch slant, a bullet, and then another. It's like power shell with a blue chrome on the belly and the top. So those are all by unknown lure makers. So check those out. That is available. And then lastly, I just brought up these medium D-flap teaser squid chains. So we added 2 new colors of our squid chain. We have pink and red. Okay, so those 2 are available, and I don't have it in front of me, but we also have a silver head available now. We actually, our last one we had built, we just sold, so I don't have one in front of me. But if you're looking for another really cool head, the silver, we call it the silver bullet. It's really blingy, it's just really flashy, and it's going to be a great color, we think. So the silver one is available, and again, new colored squid chains. You can buy those as standalone teasers and also as a squid chain combo. And we still need to work on the babies. We'll get that going as well. But those are available, and I think that's it for this week. So if you have any questions, hit us up. You can rig any of these as always. And we have another large release next week, so stay tuned for that. But there's a lot of nice stuff that we just recently got in. So, and maybe some Nyamas coming out really soon. So stay tuned for that. And I know like we have ruckuses and baby ruckuses. We've been wiped out of those again. So there's a lot of really like heavy seller items that we haven't had in a while, or we've been running out of stock. And those are gonna be restocked very soon. So stay tuned. That should be it. Again, check out on Friday our video coming out on rigging, and we're going to teach you how we do our standard stiff rig, and subscribe for more because we're going to keep on pumping out new videos. All right, appreciate you guys. Have a good week.